Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the match reaction. Tottenham Hotspur 2, Everton 1. Everton lose for the first time in 5 games. Yeah, we've been made to pay really for some awful defending in the opening 20 minutes of the game, and that's really what's cost Everton today. I think you just can't defend the way we did. You know, Spurs scored 2. Brennan Johnson should have scored. Easier chance than either of the 2 goals really, and he put it over. We just looked at 6s and 7s. I think Mykolenko was all over the place for the opening 20 minutes, and after that he went on to have a good game. But you just can't start Premier League games the way we did at the back and expect to get anything against a team that is blessed with the attacking talent Spurs are. The manager brought Mykolenko back in, went back to a back 4 with Patterson at right back, Tarky, Branthwaite and Mykolenko. At left back in midfield had Garner, Onana and Idrissa Gana-Gueye, Jack Harrison off the right, McNeil off the left and Dominic Calvert-Lewin through the middle. The absence of Abdoulaye Doucouré is a huge problem for Sean Dyche and Everton. We saw this last season when he was out. We struggled to come to grip, to get to grips with it. We saw it against Fulham the other night at Goodison in the Cup. We didn't really know how to cope without him. We just couldn't get any kind of fluidity going. But today, I don't think it was that today. I think, like you said, the defending. Everton actually started quite brightly today, got on the ball, zipped it about a little bit, got Dominic Calvert-Lewin in. Dwight McNeil done brilliantly. Slid Dominic Calvert-Lewin in, and his first touch isn't good enough, but he still should have enough time to get a shot away with his left foot, and he hesitates. And I think it's Romero that gets back. But they're those moments that you get in a game where top strikers finish it. And Dom just isn't playing well at the moment. And therefore, the goal's looking smaller. And he wants things right in front of him. If he did just pull the trigger, who knows what would have happened. But a couple of minutes later, Spurs went down the other end and took the lead. And like I said before, Brennan Johnson had had too much space. And he got in behind Mykolenko, slid it across from the Charleston side, footed it past Jordan Pickford with an easy finish to give Spurs the lead. We then got back on the ball, worked the ball wide, and a cross coming in from the left-hand side. Dominic Calvert-Lewin again with a header this time, which Vicario, the keeper, makes the save from. And then Everton give another cheap goal away. Just before Dom almost equalised there, like I said before, Brennan Johnson's put one over the bar, which looked easier to score, really, than what he did. But Spurs, they get a corner and the ball come out, and eventually it's in from Son. And you just can't leave players on their own the way we did. We'd had a warning in the opening 40 seconds when Tottenham kicked off and got in round the back and across to the edge of the box, which was volleyed straight at Jordan Pickford. And we just, in that opening 20 minutes, we were just leaving too many gaps and they were exploiting it. And we were 2-0 down. Son's goal, it's 2-0. And Sean Dyche will have been furious, I imagine, on the line, the way we were defending, because it looked like at that stage they could go on and be 3, 4, 5, 6, because Everton were just all over the place. And yet the irony was we were nicking the ball off them high up the pitch and looking dangerous at the other end. We've had 3 or 4 chances towards the end of the first half which could have gone in. I mean, we've got to talk about a great little move that comes from Mykolenko, and as he comes running in, there's another ball on the pitch which he kicks the ball against. I mean, what's that all about? And Spurs get the ball back because that, well, Aston basically doesn't understand the rules anyway, which he proved on numerous occasions today. There was that. Vicario made a good save from a James Garner strike. We had things flashing across the goal. Dominic Calvert-Lewin almost getting on the end of stuff. And, we finished the first half with 9 attempts at goal. And I imagine Sean Dyche would have been saying, and scratching his head at half time, saying, how have we not got on the score sheet here? Because we've had, easily as good a chances as them, if not better. In that first half, I didn't mention Andre Gomez came on for Idrissa Gana-Gueye. And I thought he did really well. He moved, what Sean Dyche did was drop James Garner back a little bit and push Andre Gomez higher. And Gomez got into the game, started playing some lovely little through balls. And he carried that on in the second half, and he grew further, more and more into the game, got us playing a little bit. And it's interesting to see, because this is a player he's been injured all season, basically. His contract's up next summer. I don't see any way Everton will extend it, and there's a lot of talk he'd be going out the door in January. But he's put in a really good cameo today, and I imagine Sean Dyche will want to use him in that kind of role against Manchester City as well, up against top quality players. You need someone who can take the ball under pressure, and that's what Gomez can do. And he got us playing a little bit. He had a chance early on in the second half with his left foot, went past the defender and smashed it into the side netting. And he was the one prompting and probing, trying to get people in. He'd had one in the first half when we'd nicked the ball and he tried to slide Dominic Calvert-Lewin in. But he grew more and more into it in the second half. And Everton did force Spurs back. They were always a threat on the break with Kulusevski, Son, Richarlison. So we did have to be wary of that. But we thought we'd got ourselves back into it when it's Andre Gomez goes and dispossesses the defender, Emerson Royale, and slides it through to Dominic Calvert-Lewin. He sweeps it in, really well taken strike. But when you see the replay, you were thinking that's going to be disallowed. And it's when you realise that it's Michael Oliver on VAR, then it's definitely going to, the referee's definitely getting sent to the screen if Everton are involved in it with Michael Oliver. That's what happened, and we knew that it was sent out. Just been told Arsenal win 1-0. And, once the referee goes over to the screen, you do see it. It is a foul. It might be a soft one, but it's a foul. He kicks him. And that was a little bit disappointing, obviously, because that would have grabbed us back in the game. But you know what? The players did keep going. They keep plugging away at it. Beto came onto the pitch and Dan Juma came onto the pitch, and we had more opportunities. Particularly Dan Juma had 2 or 3 really good opportunities. One, he's sent through. I think he's got to score. The goalkeeper makes a good save from him. He puts another one over when he's definitely got to hit the target at least. And then we had the Dan Juma moment at the end. But Everton did get a goal back off a corner. Tottenham hadn't conceded a goal all season off corners. We score. We're the first team to do it. Ball come in. It comes out to Andre Gomez and he smashes it into the back of the net with a crisp finish. Really good strike with something like 9 minutes to go. And that gave Everton a bit of a lifeline. And, to be fair to them, they'd been plucking away the whole half. Spurs were hanging on a little bit. And just after we scored, we get a corner, the Dan Juma one, where he runs through and the keeper saves it. And from that resulting corner, Tarkowski has one cleared off the line. We've had ones that, again, coming in right on the back, players just kicking it anywhere. Spurs defenders kicking it anywhere before Everton can get an equaliser. And then we had the moment where you're hoping for one more opportunity in that 6 minutes injury time, and we got it. I think it's Dwight McNeil puts the ball in, and Dan Juma is onside at the far post, hits it with almost his heel, but it hits the underside of the bar and drops down, and it hits the goalie's thigh and stays out by about that much. If the goalkeeper wasn't there, or it would have been a bit further over, it would have come down and gone over the line. It's the angle, it drops in front of him, and he's able to smuggle it away. And that was it. It was done. Frustrating that we couldn't get that goal, and frustrating that we started so poorly defensively, and we really did. A few players below the best today, but I'll be honest, I could see that coming. In the Fulham game, you could see a lot of them are running on empty virtually. But the one thing that this team is doing now, and I think the travelling fans, will massively have appreciated as well, is that they didn't throw the towel in. They kept going right to the end. There's a lack of quality in this Everton side, but there is not a lack of endeavour and a lack of willingness to fight for the shirt. And listen, on other days, we may well get over the line with that kind of endeavour and that kind of durability staying in a game. It hasn't worked today. We've lost it 2-1. It's frustrating, of course. It isn't a couple of other bad results. Burnley winning at Fulham and Luton beating Newcastle. But we're going to have that through the season. We've just got to relax. We're miles better than those two sides anyway. And we should have got something out of this trip to Spurs, which is never ever a happy place for Everton to go, unfortunately. But today we've just come up a little bit short. Man of the match, I'm going to give it to Andre Gomez. Very surprising to say that. Not sure I ever thought I'd be saying that again about him in an Everton shirt, but I thought he'd come on and affected the game today really well and kept going, scored a good goal, created opportunities for us. So he is my Everton man of the match. That is it from me. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. Thanks very much for watching, and have a lovely Christmas. See you later.